gorgeous people, welcome back to my YouTube channel, or if you're new here then welcome. I hope you're all good. It's actually Wednesday. I've been fully back into the swing of things this week, which feels so good. Like, I know we spoke about this, but I'm a routine girl and being out of routine is not for me. It is absolutely not for me. Into the gym, I did my first proper leg session in weeks. Everything in December just threw me off completely. Like, there was so much going on. But yeah, I did my first proper leg session. Obviously I'm at a new gym, so it's a bit it's a bit nervy, you know, when you first go to a new gym. Trained legs today, Stairmaster. The Stairmaster is one of my ins. I'm gonna sit down at some point in this video and do like ins and outs for the year. Cardio, unfortunately for me, is one of my ins because although I am strong, I know I've been fitter, and it's because of lack of cardio, getting my heart rate going, endurance. I know it is, like, I want to be able to add a bit more of that into my workout split. I started on the Stairmaster and I ended on the Stairmaster. I mean, the end goal is to be able to just do that straight through, but I get so bored even listening to a podcast. Like, you know, cardio's never been my thing. But anyway, yeah, we'll talk a bit about ins and outs at some point because I've loved that, watching that in other people's vlogs, hearing them talk about their ins and outs. Went to the gym, obviously walked my little monkey, who's currently sat by my feet. Guys, he is settling in so well. I think I just worried, like my boyfriend even said to me, I think you just worried like way too much about it, but obviously like this dog is my whole life, right? And when work was being done at this house, well, my brother and my dad spent quite a while here, they were here for a few weeks. They, like, Bumper was obviously coming and like sniffing around and getting to know like the environment, and then during like the actual movement of our stuff in, there was just a lot going on and it's a small space, so he wasn't here for like a couple of weeks and he hadn't actually stayed here yet, but he has settled in so well. I think it's just a completely different environment. Obviously, like, it's a lot smaller than what he's used to. He now knows where, like, obviously he barks to go out, that's something he's always been taught to do, so I was just concerned that he would struggle with that here, but no, it's all completely fine. I think you get so lucky if you get like an equal dog person as you in a partner. Yeah, so very lucky, but it's been fine, hasn't it, Bob? I'm gonna say hi to the vlog gang. Say hi guys, I'm settling in so well. See, on the stairway there, it's like I don't know what you call that, but it basically peeks down through to the living room there. We predicted, like when we were doing the final bits, we were like, I bet Bumper's gonna love sitting there, like that will be like his permanent spot, and it has become that because from the right hand side of the stairs, the holes in the stairs, he can see out the window and he loves nothing more than people watching this dog. He adores it. And then from the left hand side, he's got a bird's eye view of what's being cooked in the kitchen, which is just every dog's dream, right? So he just sits there sniffing the air like this. That's your favourite thing, isn't it, perhaps? He's such a good boy. My boyfriend's working away this week, so I need to go and get some food in because I ate the last of like my chicken and stuff last night. So yeah, today's plan is I'm gonna eat now, make a shake, and then I'm going to get showered, get like semi like put together. One of my ins for the year as well is to always get myself ready and presentable every single day. Not that I'm not, but just making a bit more of an effort. I'm gonna have a bit of a laptop morning for the rest of the morning. And then I'm going to go to the tip because I went a couple of days ago and they're meant to be open till 4 and they closed at 25 to. He was literally just closing. He's like, oh sorry love, all the shit's in my car so I need to get it out. I think that's about it. It's just a proper like life admin and errands day, to be honest. Hyperfixation when it comes to cereal, by the way. I've just got a couple of new boxes. These protein cereals from Aldi. We've got the protein multigrain hoops, which guys, I have always been a cereal girl. And when I was younger, I used to eat Rice Krispies multigrain. They were like star shapes. If anyone remembers them, I feel like they're not a thing anymore because everything came in about artificial flavouring, didn't it? And sadly, as early 90s babies got lots taken away from us. Yeah, they taste exactly like them. They literally are very nostalgic. And then these protein multigrain chocolate flakes are so good. I literally went through a box of these in a week the last time I had them. I love the protein granola from in the same range from Aldi. Very much a dupe of, is it Fuel? The one? Very much a dupe of that. Obviously half of the price. However, I don't know why this is even a thing, but granola really bloats me. And I don't even think that's normal. Like, I don't think that's a thing that people would normally get bloated by, or is it? I don't know, but anyway, if I have anything more, I think like 30 grams is your average serving, but if I have anything more than 20 grams with a bit of yogurt, it bloats me. So yeah, I kind of stepped away from having granola. I'm back on like protein bagels, some cereal, eggs, you know, just we're going back to basics, guys. And then for my post-workout shake, the usual clear orange and mango clear whey. I've taken this for years and I've always got on with the My Protein clear whey. I love the orange and mango and I love the peach iced tea flavour. They're like my two favourites. So obviously just one scoop of that. And I'm also currently taking creatine. This is flavourless, this creatine, but I always just put it in my shake anyway. But you can just add it into water, like a lot of people like to drink it whilst in the gym. So yeah, this is my current post-workout creatine and clear whey, obviously both from My Protein, which I have got a discount code for My Protein. Not an ad, but Asher and capital letters is my code for My Protein, because I know so many of you are going to be on like a January reset kind of vibe. So if you do need anything, then you might as well use it. The only thing with clear whey is obviously that it needs time to settle. So you're better off making it, to be honest, before you go to the gym. Then you can put it in the fridge and give it time to settle, because it basically goes cloudy when it first gets mixed, and then it like settles and reduces to like an orange squash kind of thing. The reason why I switched to clear in the first place is because I just hate like milkshakey vibes with like usual protein powders. Like I'd much rather a juicy drink. I literally just then leave it in the fridge. I eat this, go get a shower, and then this is ready to drink. When I come out, once it settles, you can kind of see at the bottom there how it's gaining its colour. The whole thing just goes like that towards the end. Oh wow, that is a ginormous pothole. Anyway, I'm going to the tip. So I'm not even joking, this must be our 7th run to the tip. There is still going to be more, because yesterday our bedside tables arrived, well, our replacement bedside tables. We got the most gorgeous bedside tables from Dusk, and my boyfriend built the first one, everything was all good, and then he built the second one and he was like, something's not right here, like something's not quite like adding up or like matching up. And basically on the front of they're like a walnut colour, on the front of the drawers there's a pattern that covers like both drawers, and it like lines up, and basically the parts of the drawer fronts are number 16 and 17, so they match up. And in the second box they'd sent 2 number 16s in the box, or whoever put it together at the point of whenever they put the flat pack together, put 2 16s in the box, so the drawer fronts didn't line up. Anyway, to be fair, like the Just customer service was completely fine, but they'd gone out of stock. So the good thing is they were like, look, we'll replace them, and it doesn't even matter, like it doesn't need to be the equivalent of how much you spent on those, but just pick something that you like that's like similar. So that's what they've done, they've replaced them with slightly bigger ones actually, so I'm hoping that they're going to fit, because the ones that we originally had are out of stock. So yeah, it's just annoying, because why is it that when something like that happens you build the okay one first and don't realise it till you get to the second one? So yeah, anyway, the new ones came and they're not being built until Friday when my boyfriend gets home. I did say I would do it, but he was like, no, I'll do it. So yeah, we're gonna have more stuff to go to the tip after that, because the cardboard is just too much. So much more shit. I've got the coffee machine box, it's just never ending. And then I'm gonna go to Aldi, and I literally only need a few things. I'm really thirsty, so thirsty. I don't think there's much water left in this. There is a queue. That's because they've been closing early. They've got more traffic today because they've been closing early. Wowzers. Well, let's go and wait in this queue for the tip, shall we? What a time to be alive, gorgeous people. Tell me it's January without telling me everyone is sorting their shit out. Gym's busy, the tip's busy, the veg aisles are empty. Hiya! You okay? I've only got my council tax bill, sorry, my licence hasn't changed yet. Oh, thank you. It's mainly cardboard and just general waste. Yeah, it is cold, isn't it?
You've got a lot of tattoos, haven't you?
I have got a lot of tattoos, yeah. Yeah, been collecting them for a long time.
Do you have your own hair and beauty salon or something?
No, but I do work in the beauty industry.
Oh, you see.
Can you tell?
Well, that's my gut feeling then. So what's the fastest you've had out of this then?
In this? Oh God. Me, I always abide by the speed limits. It is a very fast car though.
That's probably the best answer.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Ashley.
Thank you so much. People always comment on this car, by the way. Like, I know it's a proper like lads vehicle, but you guys know me and my BMWs. Bloody love it. Me and my boyfriend are BMW heads, to be honest. These are the protein rolls that I've really been liking from here. Oh, the noodle bowls are cute. How gorgeous are they? Right then, we're doing a little Aldi haul. Why not? Let's just stick one of these meals in now because I am bloody ravenous. I also picked up the meatball one. I've just had the sweet and sour chicken one, but I picked this one up as well. It's just handy to whack in the fridge. And then for dinner tonight, this serves 4 people. I found recently when I buy a whole chicken and cook like a whole cooked chicken in the oven, like one that goes in the oven, and use that rather than prepping with like chicken breasts and stuff, it just seems to be going a bit further, and it's really easy to like chuck into everything else, like pastas, noodles, sauces. Like a pre-cooked whole chicken seems to be going a bit further, not only a bit further, it goes into more like a shredded chicken than like chicken breast when prepped after like the first couple of days can then become quite tough. Anyway, kind of along the same lines, I bought a salt, pepper and herb chicken crown. So it's basically just the chicken, obviously without the legs and everything. And then to go with that, I got some new potatoes. Then I got some oranges because, do you know what? I've been a bit off fruit randomly, but like all of a sudden now, I'm getting back into like the fruity, like craving fruit a bit. I think because I've not been having granola and I've just been having cereal, that's kind of like where I'd have fruit, like with granola and like with my yogurt. So I need to make a conscious effort to eat more of it throughout the day, but I've got some grapes and some melon in the fridge already, but just thought I'd get some easy peelers because they are just such a quick, easy snack, really tasty, and obviously great for vitamin C as well. And then just got some of the Aldi Stone Square bars. Days, I just want something that's not chocolate, but sweet, but also gives you a little bit of energy. Picked up a few of these, which I've been grabbing as and when, because basically I bought this thing from Next. Let me show it you. We're all about space saving in this house generally, but especially in the kitchen, because it's about to go off, because obviously we're working with a small space. Anyway, you guys know me, and when I'm prepping, I love to cook when I'm actually cooking properly, not buying like banging the microwave stuff or banging the oven stuff. But yeah, I like to have all my spices, you can't see, I like to have all my spices like laid out, labelled up. So I saw this in Next, and I just thought that is so incredible for space saving. I mean, in my ideal world, I would have it out on the worktops, but to be fair, we have got, like, obviously we've got the air fryer, which is quite chunky. We've got now the coffee machine, and this is probably just an extra thing that doesn't need to be on the worktop. So we're going to keep it in the cupboard for now and see how we get on with it in there. But how nice is it? I think it was from, oh, hang on, have I made this up? Was it Next or Dunelm? I think it was Dunelm, actually. Or was it Next? No, Dunelm. Oh my god, I can't think. It was one of those two for sure. They come like this with the chrome top, and then they also have that, but you can obviously just take that on and off, but most of the stuff I keep it on for. But yeah, so far all I've got is crushed chilies, chili flakes and garlic, so I needed to stock up on a few more things. But yeah, anyone who also is working with like minimal space, wants to have like a spice rack or a spice cupboard and want to do it in a clever way, I just thought this was so cool. I bloody loved it. Anyway, so I've got all-purpose seasoning, great for healthy fries in the air fryer, same as Cajun seasoning, same bags, and then just things that I like to add into like pasta sauces, curries, chicken recipes. So I've got sesame seeds, oregano, basil, ground ginger and smoked paprika. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I think 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yes, I've only got 3 more to fill. But I'm going to actually need to label them up, because my label maker that I always use, I just need to order some like replacement roll for. Guys, my dinner is in the oven. It's a bit later on. I'm in my jammies and I need to find something to put on Netflix whilst I'm waiting for my dinner to cook. Thought we would do my 2026 ins and outs, because somebody commented on last week's video saying, can you do 2026 ins and outs? So we will sit here and absolutely do them. There's quite a few, there is quite a few, so we'll try and get through them quick without too much like ranting on. It's hard for me though. So, ins, living intentionally. More green time, less screen time. Consistency and discipline. This is something that's been in my life always, but it's another in that I'm bringing back because I've definitely in the last month like slipped a little bit. More human interaction with strangers and complimenting strangers as well. But yeah, that was obviously like my little encounter before at the tip. With the guy. I just feel like because of the world, like the world is so modern now, and like there's so, like we spend so much time in with our heads in technology, be it the telly, laptops, phones, AI, like podcasts, listening to music. Like I feel like like so many people always have headphones, earphones, whatever when they're out walking, and that just doesn't open us up to the same human interaction and the same human conversation that we once had in this world. Buying less, it originally said buying less but spending more, but that sounded ridiculous. So buying less but buying higher quality purchases instead. So yeah, essentially buying less but spending more. So for me, I think it might be the next one, capture wardrobe. That is my style. For me, 2026 is gonna be like less like spending around trends. This is obviously when it comes to clothes. More intentional buying, basically. Things that I can rewear. I mean, I do have quite a few items in my wardrobe like that, but I don't want to fall into any like TikTok trends. I mean, to be honest, I don't really. I've always had my style, you guys know. I want to find capsule pieces that fit in with my style, basically. So early mornings and early nights. I mean, the early mornings are not really a problem for me because somebody gets fed at 6 a.m. and boy don't we know it. The early nights need to be reintroduced, and me and my boyfriend spoke about this because I think where we don't have a TV in our room and where we only have a TV in our living room down here, we're like sitting on the sofa a lot later than what we should. I mean, I'm talking like 10:30. I don't know if that's late to some people, but we both are up early like every single day. So yeah, it's going to be early nights, early mornings, early nights, and that is gonna equate to a really happy, healthy life. Slowing down or resting and not feeling guilty about it. I am the worst for feeling like I can't switch off, or sorry, if I switch off, I'm going to be riddled with guilt or be like a frantic catch-up maniac like the following day. And I need to realise that actually so much of life can be enjoyed in those slower moments, and slowing down is just as important as going 100 miles an hour, because burnout for me has been so real. Maybe not so much this year just gone, but the year before that. Small daily cleans and resets. Now I'll give it to myself. I'm a very clean and tidy person, but I tend to do like a deep clean once a week. But I want to do like little mini cleans and resets like daily, rather than it being like a big task. Get ready every day, hair and makeup, be more presentable to show up as the woman I'm growing to be. That is a wordy one, but to be fair, like, it's not that I'm never presentable. Like, that's such a weird way to word it, but that word very much fits in with what I'm trying to say. But like, there's days where I don't style my hair, or like I've just got it shoved on the top of my head, or I do have no makeup days, which are definitely required. Like, don't get it wrong, but I feel like I'm gonna start showing up as the woman I know that I'm growing to become, so that I can hurry up and grow to become that woman. Like, I'm not going to get there until I start showing up as that version of myself. Enjoying movement. Last year for me, obviously with training and stuff, it's been a rough couple of years because of everything that happened with surgeries. There is so much power in movement, and I'm not talking throwing weights around. I'm talking whatever it is for you. Weights, Pilates, going out on a dog walk, just going around the block for 15 minutes. Like, honestly, moving your body, stretching. Oh, that needs to be on my ends as well, daily stretching. But yeah, enjoying movement is so powerful, so powerful. It is so good for our dopamine. It is so good for feeling good about ourselves and feeling like we've accomplished something in that day. Embracing femininity. This is something that was huge for me not last year, the year before. I was very much had to step up into my masculine roles in life. Then obviously walls get built, and I really had to work to step back into my feminine side. But yeah, I was toxically independent. I was toxically more masculine than I needed to be. We're talking energies, guys, we're talking energies. And because of that, because I had this attitude that no one could do anything for me, I quite literally was attracting people that couldn't do anything for me. So I really had to erase that energy and step more into my feminine. Actually, I did a lot of work, and I felt like I fully stepped into my feminine. And I'm still very much there, which is gorgeous. It's an incredible book called The Goddess Path. I absolutely adore that book. I really love it, and it talks a lot about feminine energy, how we have both feminine and masculine, and what both mean. But yeah, embracing femininity in every sense of the word, not just energies, but in my daily habits. I love that, and I think it's something that we should all do. Reading more, and in brackets, knowledgeable materials, because I can read. Like, I am a reader. I do love reading. Being present. being present. That is something I'm pretty good at, to be fair. Everyone knows I like to take my quick pick of like my food or my drinks and whatnot, but if it's very much like our big group of friends that we've got, or like my family, like I'm very much present in those moments. But I just don't mean with other people, I mean being present in the moment for myself. Like when I'm on holidays and, you know, things that I really want to take in. Like I want to look at life this year through my eyes with my brain rather than just through a lens. And I think I maybe haven't been doing that enough. So being present in life, in moments, is really going to help me do that, I think. And I think it's a way that we need to consciously be because of how life has become, if that makes sense. Outs are obviously very much just opposite to ins, but let's just quick fire those. Procrastination, mindless scrolling. I did have doom scrolling down, but then that sounded a bit much because I don't doom scroll. Like I'm not talking hours and hours and bed rotting because of it, but I do mindless scrolling. Sometimes I will search for something on TikTok, useful information, whatever, and then I'll scroll to the next video, and then before you know it, I'm 10 videos deep, and then I'm like, fuck, like literally half an hour has passed, what the hell? So mindless scrolling, it's got to go. Rushing is a great one because I feel like we shouldn't always be in a rush. I don't want to be sprinting out the door. I don't want to be that much in a rush. I want to be able to be ready on time in enough time to slowly arrive at where I need to be, or just at a normal pace would be great. And do you know what? This is something me and my boyfriend spoke about because life got really chaotic for us, like in the last quarter of the year, basically, obviously with everything going on, completely understandable. And my boyfriend obviously works away, and we were both like, we just cannot wait to be in this house and be still, because right now it feels like we're always rushing to be somewhere, and that's exactly how it got. And I just don't want to be in a rush this year. I don't want to be in a rush in 2026. Who's with me? Who's with me? I will not be in a rush to my nail appointment. I will not be in a rush to get to the restaurant on time. I will have ample time to take an outfit pick. I'm a type A girly. We all know that. I feel like a lot of you here are as well. We are planners. We are preparers. We like our diaries. We like our notebooks. We like to write a list. We like holiday itineraries. We like to know exactly where we're going. We like to go with the flow, but like, what time does the flow start? You know, we like to know what the flow is. And I just want to be, I don't want to be less type A. I'm very grateful for the way I am. I'm very grateful because I know that it will come in handy. The over planning can sometimes come with a bit of control that I just feel like we should let go of a little bit more. This is a big one for me because I am not an anxious person. Certain things give me anxiety, of course. I'm not an anxious person, but I'm a worrier. My mum will literally say, and she said it to me my whole life, you are a natural born worrier. I worry about everything. There is nothing, and I'm not just talking about my own shit. Like, I am a worrier. I will worry for people. Like, I do the worrying collectively that no one else needs to worry. And I will still be a worrier. You know? I can say that with my chest, but the unnecessary worrying has got to go. Worrying about the things I can't control, that's got to go. Phone as soon as I wake up. I heard a thing literally yesterday that said, like, your first 10 minutes in the morning, or your first half an hour, your first hour, whatever it is when your brain absorbs the most information of the day. And I don't want that information to just be stuff that I'm reading on a screen, or like reels or TikToks that I'm scrolling through. Burnout, again, that comes with the slowing down and the ins. Internet slang. This is a big one for me because my mum mentioned it to me. And my mum really doesn't like when I say the word like too much. She doesn't like that, not in that sense, but when you're, as word fillers, internet slang and word fillers. I'm really making a conscious effort to not use internet slang in my vocal terminology or filler words, because I want to be able to speak fully. Like, the way they taught us in school is how we should still speak, but so many slang words are around, and the Urban Dictionary is a real thing that it's kind of become against that. That's my ins and outs for 2026. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. No, I'm joking. But yeah, I just want to share those because, well, one, somebody asked me to, and two, I've loved seeing everybody else's. So those are mine. That's probably the longest list you've heard so far, but it wouldn't be me without a long list, would it? Wow, it is cold. It is blooming cold out there. And what a morning, honestly. It's been a very productive morning, but it's been hammering it down. one of these today. Okay, monkey. Oh, my back. Bloody back from deadlifting yesterday. Yeah, it's been hammering it down. It was hammering it down when I got to the gym, like, badly. But obviously it's like a bit warmer now. You say that, but it's still freezing, but it's not frozen anymore, thank God. So it's like melted the like slush away. Got back, got ready, got myself sorted for the day. Put on a cute outfit with the ends of getting myself ready and being presentable every day. I mean, the coat needs to come off now, but I just put on this Blakely like knitted hoodie, which I've got the tracksuit for, but I've just got some Adenola leggings on. And although I am having pretty much a no makeup day today, I have put some L'Oreal Glotion on all over, done my brows and put a bit of lip balm on, and stuck this cap on just to make myself feel like I'm still in a cute outfit. But yeah, I jumped straight into a meeting at 9, went on for a bit longer than I anticipated it to. January is such a busy month for like brand meetings because a lot of contracts are up for renewal, a lot of retainers, which is what you get put on with brands, are up for renewal. So yeah, I've been waiting for the rain to stop, well, slow down before I took bumper out. So it's just drizzling now, so that's nice. I've got a hat on and he had his little fleece on, so that's fine. But really funny, actually. My boyfriend, we talked about when he gets home from work on Friday night. He just called me earlier when he was having a bit of a break between meetings himself. And did I tell you that the dusk bedside tables got changed over? I think I told you about them sending like the wrong parts for the set that we'd originally ordered. Anyway, so the new ones are in much bigger boxes and we've just shoved them in the downstairs shower room. We were on the phone earlier and I was like, oh yeah, they're in the bathroom, but the boxes are much bigger. And he said, oh well, you can just slide them under the stairs. Like that's why we kept the ones that were due to be returned. And I said, they won't fit like where the other ones were because the boxes are literally double the size. They're like big square boxes. And he was like, babe, have you checked that they're not pre-built if they're in boxes that big? I was like, do you know what, that hasn't even crossed my mind. Anyway, just bloody opened them and they're pre-built. Well, I think I just need to screw like the little legs on, but they're pre-built. Why doesn't all like flat pack furniture come like that? But yeah, I'm gonna get those out, have a bit of a living room reset because I've been sat on my laptop this morning. The cushions are just a bit messed up and like I said, we're doing this daily. I feel like it would be easier to tip the box. I'm gonna get it 4 legs, an Allen key and some screws. It says on the box, parts inside do not throw away. That's the kind of assertiveness we need when it comes to flat pack. Small washer, big washer, screwing. Screw. Oh. Small washer, big washer, screw in, and I need a number. Is that the front or the back? That's the front. I need a number 3 for the back. But we could do with a bit of music, couldn't we, Monkey? Oh guys, they actually look so good. I was a bit worried because the gap, it basically fills the gap with a little bit of like wiggle room, which is obviously fine because it just means I can get to the bed to like properly put the sheets on. But yeah, we've got a bit of a gap, which is good, but they are just the perfect match because basically the beams, we have original beams in this house and the whole house got painted basically. The house was like ready to move into and it was gorgeous. It was just very Scandi. I think I've explained this before. It was very uber modern, very Scandinavian, which is absolutely stunning and was clearly to the previous owner's taste. However, we just really wanted to warm up the space a bit. So that's why we got the painters in, did a repaint of the whole house and changed quite a lot. We changed a lot, but then also kept like the big parts as well. Anyway, with getting the whole house painted, we also got all the original beams redone. They weren't too far off this. They were probably a little bit of a lighter wood stain. I don't know if I can show you all that close because I might not reach, but see now they're like a walnutty wood. Anyway, why I'm telling you this is because we got this mirror from the range and look how much of a good match it is to the beams. Like to the point where it's actually got a bit of damage, but we'd already hung it and we couldn't be bothered taking it back. Not particularly damaged, like the paint that they've stained it with is just chipped, like it's obviously meant to be a very rustic feel, like more of like a brushed kind of vibe. So I can probably just use the paint that we've got left over from the beams, which I've got downstairs, to like fill in that. So that's how much of a good match it is. Anyway, very much the same for the bedside tables. Obviously these are a bit more of a like softer finish than a grainy finish, but these are walnut. There's so many features in this house that we absolutely loved that we wanted to keep. So I don't know if you can see, but they built in the headboards, and the reason why they've done that is because they filled it in on the shelf on the alcove. Sorry, I'm trying not to show you out the window there. And we've got 2 bedrooms and they mirror each other basically. This one's just a bit wider, which is why it's like the master. And also the light fittings were, well, not those fittings, but the lights were always in the headboard, but they had in here some very like Scandi Do you know how I can describe all the lights that they had throughout the house? You know, at the start of Pixar movies where it's like that white lamp and it's just like a white spotlight lamp. That's what they had throughout the house, basically on the walls and on the ceiling. We just wanted to add a bit more texture and coziness in. So these ones are from John Lewis, and honestly, getting dimmable lights was my idea. I will say that, and it's probably the best thing we've done, because obviously very much like a hotel, you can just dim them down to be like super low. So these are like obviously the lampshade itself is like a beigey colour, and then they're like a mix. You might not be able to tell because it's not the brightest in here right now because I've got half of the blackout blind down, but they're like a pewter mixed with a brass, so it very much mixes the metals, which is kind of like a theme throughout the house, and that is so handy as a gal who wheezes a lot in the night and also has a dog who wheezes a lot in the night and can't see jack shit without my contact lenses. I'll show you the guest bedroom once I've sorted my life out in there. And we've also still got some kitchen bits that we need to put away that are just in boxes in there. But whilst we're on the topic of housey bits, let me show you the living room and how it's looking. Down here is pretty much done, other than the fact we need to get a little table for in this gap here. There's some gorgeous like pedestal tables in Home Sense at the minute, so I'm going to go and get one soon. Yeah, the living room we are so happy with, because honestly, if you could actually see how much of a difference changing the decor in here has made. It's crazy what decor can do, like even changing like door handles, like we changed all the doorknobs. Anyway, coming back to the living room, I think other than these like bookshelfy things that were built in, they're like one of my favourite features, and obviously we've just filled them how we want to. That will probably change a million times over. And the thermostat absolutely does not go with the vibe. It's so old, we need to get a smart meter fitted. Other than that, yeah, the best thing about this living room is the sofa. I could not have imagined a more perfect sofa for this space. Now weirdly, as much as it looks pretty standard here, the room is actually really long and a lot more narrower than what it looks like it is. When it comes to measurements, it's narrower than what like corner sofas tend to be, but obviously to make best use of the space, we really wanted to put a corner sofa in here because that would probably fit 4 if not 5 people if we needed it to, and it's just somewhere that we can lounge and watch telly because we don't have a TV upstairs. But yeah, the sofa we really like had to pick well because it had to really suit the space, and also there is not much leeway here and not much leeway here, so it had to be a very specific size as well. Just to tell you a bit of info about the sofa, because I had so many DMs about this on Instagram. So this is from Sofa Club, and this is called the Nobu sofa, and it's very modern. It's a very modern style sofa, and even though it's been put in such an old property, we just feel like it really goes with everything that we've done in here so well. The quality of this sofa is honestly insane. Sofa Club did kindly gift us this sofa, by the way, for some content that I did with them on Instagram. When I tell you, and my boyfriend will vouch for me on this, we will probably never buy a sofa from anywhere else again because the whole process was just impeccable. Yeah, this is the Nobu, and it is absolutely stunning. Look at the fabric, and what I love about it in particular is it's a modular sofa. So as you can see, it's kind of almost in cubes, so you can really customize it to your space. So obviously we've got an end piece here, then a middle piece, then we've got a corner piece, and then we've added on a corner piece, but you can also just get a footstool, so it's more like a, what do you call it, a chaise rather than an actual like corner. And it's completely customizable because you can just buy the pieces and then they just like slot together underneath. There's like a little metal thing that like goes on and slots in, and I just love that because if we were to ever move it, I mean, to be honest, this will probably stay here because it is going to be an Airbnb in the future, and I just think it looks really cool for an Airbnb purpose. But if we were to ever move it into a bigger room, we could quite literally just buy additional pieces to make it longer that way, longer this way, add on a footstool, like whatever it is we wish to do, because it's modular. We can just change it like as we wish. And I don't know if you've noticed here, but there is actually a gap. So this wall here, our electric cupboard is up there in that little cubby hole, and annoyingly we didn't check until after all the decorative work was done, but this is actually hollow, so we could have actually just knocked it out and pushed the sofa back more, which in hindsight we were like, oh, shall we just do it now? But we thought, you know what, we'll just leave it. Like, it might annoy us a little bit, but we'll just leave it. But because of that, there was such a gap down the back of the sofa, so we just bought like we bought 4 picture shelves from IKEA. They were just cheap and cheerful, and it fills the gap as in stop like the remote falling down off the back of the sofa. We can put drinks on it if we need to. I've got Charmed on, by the way. Friends has officially gone off Netflix. Don't even talk to me about that. Don't even talk to me about that. Yeah, we had our eye on this Nobu sofa on the Sofa Club website. We narrowed it down to a few based off obviously our measurements and then what it was that we wanted, and they have so much choice on the Sofa Club website. You can obviously just order online with them, like a lot of them come next day delivery, which, as you know, for furniture is insane. We wanted to go and see which ones from our narrowed down list were like comfortable to sit on, which I know sounds daft, but everyone has like different levels of what you class as comfort, don't they? And they've got loads of showrooms now, a good few showrooms across the UK, because I know another one opened at the end of last year. The Liverpool showroom is obviously the closest to Chester, so that's where we went. We sat on the Nobu first in that showroom, and we were like, we just have a feeling that this is way too stylish to ever be comfortable. And we sat on it, and me and my boyfriend both looked at each other like, oh my god, like it's so comfortable. Honestly, one of the most comfortable sofas I have ever sat on. We also loved the Kate sofa by Sofa Club. If we could have fitted that in this space, it was just a little bit too big, then that would have been a really strong contender as well. But yeah, going to the showroom, I really recommend, because the staff was so helpful, and that's why I said we would 100% go back to Sofa Club. One, because of the service, and two, because of how quick the sofa arrived. But yeah, I love it. And you've already seen me sit down and have a good chat on this sofa a fair few times. Just everything from them was 10 out of 10, not just the selection, but the service as well. So if anyone ever wondered what the Nobu looked like in a house and not in a showroom, this is it. It's just gorgeous. Obviously we've added a bit of green, a bit of browns in to kind of go with everything. Other than that brown cushion, which is HomeSense, the rest are H&M, and then I just got the feather inserts off of Amazon. But the sofa, me and my boyfriend talk about the sofa all the time, like it's the perfect vibe for this house, for this room. But yeah, I'll link this exact sofa down below. Like I said, it's called the Nobu. But there's so much to choose from, so if anyone's in the market, new year, new sofa, go and have a look at Sofa Club. I currently have my new gadget on my face. This is my new toy. It's by Therabody, and it's obviously an LED face mask. Like I said, I used the current body one, like the first edition, for so long. They brought out a newer version, but I got sent this, God, I think it was like just before Christmas, and it's by a brand called Therabody, like that. And apparently it's the one Kendall Jenner uses, so if it's good enough for Kenny, then it's good enough for us. Yeah, it's a bit different because, as you can see, it's like a full-blown face shield, and it glows like down, like onto my neck a bit as well. But you can put it on like different cycles. It vibrates, so sorry if you can hear that. I'm not really sure like what the vibration element is supposed to do, whether it's supposed to penetrate the effects of the light deeper into the skin or whatever, or whether it's just there for like therapeutic reasons. But you can turn it off. So this button here is to turn on and off the vibration, then this button here is to turn it on, and for the 3 different settings. It's on a 9-minute cycle as we speak. Before that, I cleanse my face with, what am I using at the minute? It's like a Hada Labo one, I think, but I've also been using this Kate Somerville foaming, like daily foaming cleanser, which I'm really enjoying. I'm kind of on a bit of a project pan, guys, and if you don't know what that is, it's basically using up the shit that you've like half used or like only have a little bit left of. So yeah, I've cleansed with the Hada Labo, and then I've used a Mediheal pad. I'll actually show you when I've got this off. I will show you like my skincare cupboards and like what I'm using at the minute. Oh, there we go. Now it's switched to blue. Just before I go into like my 3 cupboards, I just want to point out my boyfriend does have a cupboard. This is the man section. We have got cleansers, toners, all that kind of vibe in here. Obviously I've got cleansers, micellar water, whatnot up here, and then I've got some like toners. I've got another cleanser there just because I couldn't fit it. And this is the one I'm currently chopping and changing between, and then I've got like Medicate. These I just want to give a special mention to because I am so obsessed with these. I've just emptied one. These are a brand called Mediheal, and they came to Boots towards the end of last year. A Korean skincare brand, like thank God for K-Beauty, honestly. And I've been using the Tea Tree Trouble pads and the Watermide Moisture pads. They're like my current go-tos. The collagen, the vitamin C brightening, and the peeling pads I haven't actually tried yet, but so far these tea tree ones are my favourite. And moving on to serums and moisturisers. At the minute, it must be an age thing potentially, I'm so obsessed with oils of an evening. So tonight I'm going to use the Arborean oil, but I do love the Augustinus Bada, however you say it. And down here we have got my moisturisers, which to be fair, I had so much stuff with just a bit left in that I have now gone through. I feel like this is quite a condensed version. Obviously we've got Tatcha, which I'm enjoying, Drunk Elephant, I always have those in stock, one just as a moisturiser, one that I mix bronzing drops in with so they don't get cross-contaminated, and just these are just like my favourite moisturisers right here. And over here I've got, it's all mass, so that is a box of tampons, a basket of tampons at the top there, and then in here I've got all my sheet masks and like individual eye masks, and then here I've got like my pots of eye masks, and in this bottom one I've got SPFs and eye creams basically in there. Actually I will put a bit of this Beauty of JCN retinol eye cream on tonight as well. This is insane. This is absolutely insane. I do have a lot to say about eye creams because I think some of them are a fad, but if you see results like you do with this one, then you understand why it's branded as an eye cream. This is so good. I have rebought this so many times. Busy day tomorrow, guys. I need to be in the gym, no ifs, no buts, for the latest 6:30. Like, that is the latest I can be in the gym. So as soon as I fed Bumper at 6, it'll be a case of getting dressed and getting myself sorted to go to the gym. But yeah, I need to be back because I've got a meeting at 9:30, which I have not done that much prep for, and I need to. So I will get showered, get myself sorted after the gym. I don't know if I'll have time to wash my hair tomorrow. I might have to do it Saturday, but yeah, then sit down for a meeting, and then I'm meeting Stacey for lunch. We are going to Artisan, which is our usual spot because the Caesar salad there is so gorgeous. She's coming to Chester. It's an oily gal in my younger years, but yeah, now that I am taking care of the elasticity in my skin, I want to just be all about hydration. So oils and collagen is just the way to go for me at the minute. Just gonna say, look how cute and cozy it looks in here now. Somebody is in mummy's spot, aren't they? I've got my headphones on charge. We're being prepared. You can absolutely either get in there or shift over a little bit, my darling. Not long, guys. 3 weeks until these eyesore of blinds have gone, and we've got some gorgeous white hardwood shutters. That will be the dream, won't it, Bubs?